adventures here with the next video in my series A to Z of my MSX collection, where I'm going through each letter of the alphabet and picking a game out of my actual physical MSX collection, so I have to own a copy of the game that is either my favourite or is the most nostalgic for me from back in the day. Now, the majority of the picks will be for MSX1 because that's what I pretty much cut my teeth on back in the day, but I will slip in the odd occasional MSX2 and maybe even MSX2 Plus title as we work our way through. Now, this particular episode we are up to N. Now, I do have a couple of tape games. There's one called Norseman and there's another one called The Ninja. The Ninja's not too bad. The Norseman's like a basic title, so it is very basic. And the other three games that I have are actually going to be combined in my pick because it's a series and I really can't just pick one of the games in the series. So to your bonus for my viewers is I'm going to do a gameplay of each of them. Might make this video a bit longer, but they really are great games. Now this game came out 1986, so we'd had the MSX machines for a little while. I think we only got 2 or 3 copies of this. Never had a physical copy of this for myself for a very long time until I got a loose cartridge probably about 8 years ago, and then recently upgraded it to a box complete one. And of course it is Nemesis. It's obviously not under G, but Nemesis, because I've always known it as Nemesis myself. So in Japan it was Nemesis, in other territories it was known as Gradius. But all the games, even the one, I have one of mine is labelled Gradius, but when you boot it up it still says Nemesis. So this is in one of the standard Konami slipcases, and it really is a great game, and the MSX versions are the only ones to feature particular levels from the arcade, and they are pretty much the first machine that these games were converted to from the arcade. So here's my second one. So I have a Gradius 2 in my box. There is also obviously another version of this that says Nemesis. So this is a European one. Now, an interesting thing with the second game, over here you'll see SEC. So what they did was they added a music chip to the cartridge. So the MSX's cartridge port is actually an expansion bus as well. So you can actually, you can have memory members. The cartridges can be up to 2 megabits in size, which is quite large. Now this particular cartridge, number 2, Gradius 2, is a 1 megabit cartridge, but it also includes an SCC sound chip. So it gives it an additional 3 channels, so it gives you 6 channels, and basically gives you proper FM music, and is why the music in these games. And I almost guarantee that I'm going to get a copyright strike on this video, but I want to play the games and show them to you properly. I don't mind, it just means the ad revenue goes somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Now, I'm very lucky to have this game complete. There's the manual and a really good condition cartridge. Nice art on the cartridge. And then of course we have number 3, and I said I'm not going to pick a favourite over these 3. They're each quite different games. It sort of gets harder as it goes through. So here's number 3. I have the small box copy. The box is in imperfect condition because it's just a loose cardboard box. Once again, it has the SCC chip in it. I'm just trying to see the cartridge size. Yeah, so this is a 2 megabit ROM. New 8-voice polyphonic LSI custom sound chip. So it even has a newer version of the sound chip. And you'll see what I mean when we get to this. Now, I don't have a tray inside this. I do have the manual, but other than that it's mostly complete. There's the cartridge. This is the Japanese release. So this one once again says Nemesis. And there really is very little difference between the releases. The covers are exactly the same, it's just a little bit of different text here if you see the other version of these. And these games generally are not expensive because they're reasonably, there were lots of copies sold because it's such a good game. Alright, without further ado and me waffling on, let's get into some gameplays of my pick for N, which is Nemesis series. Here we go with Nemesis, the first game in the series. And you have to put it into context of when this game came out. But it really does play so well. So obviously it helps if you know the patterns, which I'm only doing a so-so job of at the moment. So basically, you shoot the enemy patterns and you get rewarded with pickups which power up your weapon tray down the bottom. Anything red will usually give you another one. Anything any other colour will just attack you. Now I've powered myself up so I have the laser. Now, people complain about the jerky scrolling, but once you get used to that, the actual amount of game that is being delivered here on what is an 8-bit computer, the amount of colour, and quite simply the gameplay. So I've got to grab this blue one that'll put all enemies on the screen. Oops, I only got you from behind. That's a classic mistake I make on this particular game all the time. The only trouble with this game is once you lose your power-ups, you have to try and build yourself up again. Oh, and I did it again. Oh, at least it's not going to make the gameplay very long. It can be very hard to recover in this game. That one. Okay. I would be most embarrassed if I couldn't at least show you the first boss. Now we have a little stage before then. Have to survive some volcanoes exploding. Reasonably safe if you hide in this corner, and you have at least the missile power up. Get some close calls, and you just basically have to survive a particular amount of time. Okay, we have survived. Now, I'm not particularly powered up, but that doesn't mean I can't take down this first boss. I'm down to my last life, so I only have to make one little mistake and I'm pretty screwed. Right, so we've removed one shield from his nose. Oops, missed. Almost got him. And that's it. Okay, and then we get into the next stage. Option back. Let's see if we can keep it a bit more longer this time. nice set of music. Really got to watch out for stuff shooting you from behind. I was concentrating on staying alive then, and I actually wrapped around the collectibles all the way and missed out. Should be so careful in this stage. Right, let's give this another option, which is very good timing for this section. So here we go with Nemesis II. Sorry for the abrupt cut-off in Nemesis I, but as usual I got interrupted. That was probably getting a bit long anyway, even though I'd lost a few early lives. So this has this quite dramatic opening, and you can hear the sound of the SSE FM chip. You've got that different sort of sound. And as you can see, even though my box is Gradius 2, it is Nemesis II on the cartridge. So, you know, they added a lot more a lot more opening things. There's a lot more colour to the enemies. Patterns. Okay. So you can see that they, you know, I mean, obviously you still have jerky scrolling and things like that, but there is actually a lot more detail in the. Oops! Be so careful. A lot more detail in everything. You've got to be a lot more careful about stuff coming up from behind you as well. You can only shoot these mouth things when it's facing towards you, and then of course they'll shoot stuff at you from behind. As long as you're expecting that, it's okay. And as you notice, you know, there is stuff up the top. Whoop. Skinning up through there. So I've managed to get an option, and you've really got to watch out for stuff from behind with this one. Okay. Sorry, not much speaking, but this is quite. Whoa, can't find. A lot more to dodge in this one. I think laser 2 gives us more power. Hey now, oh my god. Ah dear. I'm a bit out of practice with this one. Now I'm pretty much screwed. Oh, which is pretty much for all Nemesis games. If you get killed, you're in a lot of trouble. Oh, that's nice. So obviously I have to concentrate a lot. the covering and get an option back, eh? Alright, we're back in this tricky section again. Really do go for you. I've made it through this time though. As I said, a little out of practice this one. I've sort of been focusing on number 3, which is, well, so as you can see, a bit more detail in the boss. Just made a mistake then. Almost got him. Stay clear of him. No, he got me. Oh dear. Oh, 52,300. Not bad. I would have liked to have shown you the second stage, but anyway, a excellent game. So any one of the Nemesis series are great. Alright, let's have a quick go on number 3. Right, so here we go with Nemesis 3. Lots more interesting intro and history and everything like that. They really are a great series of games that I enjoy a lot. This one steps up the hardness again, although to be fair, I've probably played this one more recently than the other two. It's just the one I've been playing. So we won't go into that too much, but here's the main title screen. We'll get into it. Now, this one introduces the concept of different ships, where you can choose different weapon combinations. Just to keep it simple, we'll just go with a default one, and you can choose force field or the normal shield. I'll choose force field for variety this time, and you can actually select the pattern of your options. I might try fix today. So they made the ship a little bit smaller again. No. Sorry, I was trying to maximise the number of options there before I got to the whereas I should have got that speed first. Then we have the large suns. We've got to watch out for the spikes. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that other one over there. And the sun got me. Yeah. As I said, this one really does step up the hardness. Now I've been playing the other two, I sort of messed myself up. Really need that speed. Let's get under there and get safe. Now, unlike other versions of this particular game, it doesn't scroll up and down. Right, that laser. Change the format of the laser a little bit. A lot of room to go around these things. Go for it when you go through those. And sorry, I've been concentrating. I'll probably miss. Damn it. And game over already. Alright, well, it'll probably make this video very long. I mean, this one definitely is a lot harder than the other two, but that adds interest, and as you can see, the levels are quite different from the previous two. So all three brilliant games, all three quite hard. But all very, very interesting, and some of my absolute favourite games on MSX, totally. And these games, I cross-collect them, so I've got them for all sorts of systems, and it's from my original love, from the original version of these games. So I hope you've enjoyed this next episode in my A to Z of my MSX collection. This is one of the letters that I was definitely looking forward to. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks to all my subscribers, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.